All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Okar Korash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim, Messiah pushing his word and truth. And in all sincerity, Shalom. All right. I want to do this very quick lesson. Dealing with, offenses, dealing with personal issues, dealing with any of these things, I'm gonna entitle this video, something to the extent of prophecies don't give a damn about your emotions, all right? And I understand, a lot of us, and including myself, like I'm still a babe. Like, I'm not no elder. I'm none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning. Still have, things I'm behind the curve on. So I'm not acting like but I just know for a fact through experiences and through watching the elders and the apostles that you got to make sure your emotions are in order. All right. And sometimes the Lord will put you in situations just to see how you will handle your emotions. So you can't handle an emotional situation with more emotions. The only thing that fizzles out the emotional aspect of a situation is logic and reason, rationale. All right, reasoning. All right, and that's very important. And it's going to be more and more and more important because as we get closer to the times, scriptures say, "Be vigilant, be sober, as a roaring lion, Satan seeks you out." Roughly paraphrasing, to devour you, and you got to be sober, all right, serious about controlling your emotions. And that's not just being angry. That's not just being happy. That's not just being sad. There's over 50 plus emotions. Being aggravated. All right. One of my biggest emotions that I have to keep in check is being aggravated. Who the fuck am I to be aggravated by something that a brother is doing or not? Romans 4:14, one of my new favorite scriptures, is the Lord says, "Judge not another man's servant." We all have a place. And when I was meditating on this lesson before, I came up with the title of, even if I do change the title, I was meditating even on this point. Is your feelings about a brother, like how you feel about a brother, right? You might think that a brother is annoying or got demons on him or whatever the case may be, but you're fighting and going and doing whatever, you're both teaching the word of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, correctly, right? He's not going off according to doctrine. Is your emotional feelings towards a brother enough for you to take his crown away or for you to cast your crown away? You understand what I'm saying? It's important to understand that we all have faults and flaws. But it's on you in the spirit to check that, to have it in control, to understand that these things are going to happen. All right. This is a very intense thing that we're doing here. There's a lot of emotions and a lot of things happening individually and together. Sometimes it might be, even what you're dealing with within your own personal life. It could very well be, your woman getting on your nerves, or your children get on your nerves, or your job or family, right? But you gotta check those. All right? You think the Lord gonna speed up the day because you late on your rent? You understand what I'm saying? You think the Lord is gonna speed up the days because Esau fired you from a job? You think the Lord is oh man, send back Yahweh Shai? That brother, man. That brother, he man, his wife just left him, man. His wife left him. His wife's getting on his nerves, right? Oh man, those brothers over there in that camp, oh man, they're having a little bit of a spat amongst each other. They're having issues. shit, man, you know, let's go ahead and go ahead and fast forward past Revelation 13, 14, 15. Let's just go ahead and get to the kingdom. That's not how it's going to work. Remember Romans, the 3rd chapter, the third verse through the 4th verse, roughly paraphrase it, says, let every man be counted as a liar, and let the Most High be true. Even when you're right, you're wrong. There's something still wrong about you. And that's why we need Yahweh Shai. All right? We need Yahweh Shai to come back and set everything back in order and right, so we can get past this aspect. But just because you're having a bad moment in this aspect of the walk doesn't mean that the whole walk, the whole training, or the whole level that we're all trying to complete is going to be removed. Or we're going to get a cheat code or get overlooked, however you want to look at it. All right? A good show to watch is Squid Games. It's on Netflix. You know, I watched it already about a week or so ago. Great show. It's a Korean show. But the point of me bringing it up in this aspect spiritually is in the show there was 6 games within the show, and you had to complete each of those to get the prize money. And you couldn't just go to 6 because you didn't like 1. You had to beat 1. You had to beat 2. You had to beat 3. And beating these games, clearing the path, was literally you surviving, you being alive. All right. It wasn't just, you know, I don't want to play no more. No. So the Lord has us going through certain things. Sometimes it's strife in the body. Sometimes it's your own thing. That's why you got to be able to be on point within your own emotions. Be sober within your own emotions, man. Hold it together. Because that shit ain't going to do nothing but add more burdens to men, add more stress to yourself, uncomfortability in the spirit. You get what I'm saying? That's all it adds and all it does. It's not edifying. It's not uplifting. That's why sometimes you got to be in the spirit of, hey, man, you know what? You got it, man. You got it. I'll let the Lord deal with it. You know? Sometimes you got to let it go and move forward, because at the end of the day, we still got a job to do. That's why I said, really watch them Squid Games. So a lot of them show. I'm watching another one called Alice in Borderland or something like that. It's a Japanese game, and they got a lot of these games series. And these games don't just be simply, you know, rock, paper, scissors, and you go home and you get some fucking Chuck E. Cheese tokens and move on. It'd be life and death situations. And these people, they be having to work through it, because it's like, to hell with whatever issues I have or whatever issues you got. It's the right now, and this is what we got to do. We got to figure this out. We got to work through this. We got to depend on it. Things. See, sometimes this still being in a form of peace, you overlook. You just be stuck on stupid and stuck on bullshit, man. Because it's just idle time, idle energy. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to make this too long. I just wanted to speak on the spirit of checking your emotions, man. All right. Your emotions, my emotions. Whether my rib and me could be beefing with each other. That didn't, you know, you could be going through a breakup. Hell, some brothers, unfortunately, have lost loved ones, lost children. You know, we're still here fighting. So you got to get it through your head that at the end of the day, at the end all be all of this is about prophecy. Whether you got to prophesy whether you had a good day or a bad day. Whether you got to prophesy whether you and brothers are getting along or y'all are hating each other's guts. There's no room for emotions. None of them. Who cares whether you're aggravated with a brother? Who cares whether you have hate? You know, you hate what's going on in life. Who cares whether you're nervous about your bills? Nobody gives a fuck. The Lord doesn't. All right? The Lord cares if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's honorable. That shows that you're not entangled in the affairs of this world, that you see beyond the flesh. So the Lord, he honors it and he blesses you. I'm not saying that he don't care, like, there's no reward for it or nothing comes of it. But nevertheless, just you just you and your coworker had a bad day, and your job is getting on your nerves. That's just you. That's just what you going through. The Lord ain't looking at it like, oh man, we gotta hurry up. Like I said, we gotta hurry up. Let me hurry up and get to this. Let me go ahead and get this World War III going, man, because shit, this brother over here in such and such city is having a bad fucking day. He's having a bad day. Yeah, like it ain't happening. It ain't happening. If our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai had to suffer and bear it and deal with it, the scriptures tell us that, I believe in Ephesians, bearing our own cross. You got to bear your cross in this. That cross don't care. The cross don't give a fuck about your emotions, man. That your cross and the prophecies of the Bible don't give a fuck about how good or bad your day went, or how unsuccessful or successful your relationship is, or how you and a brother don't like each other. You think the Lord gives a fuck about you not liking a brother? You get what I'm just voicing these things so you could really process it in your mind of understanding that you really think the Lord gives a fuck about you and a brother having a dispute over chicken, or a dispute over, he said this and he said that, but really man, you gotta let that shit go, man. Be goal oriented, kingdom minded, man. Hold your crown. And as it says in the book of Ephesians 2, restoring your brother. If your brother fall, I think that's Ephesians 6, you got to be able to restore your brother. So we all don't got it figured out, man. Just because you know a few prayers and a few Hebrew words and go to camp and do videos every day, we still figuring this thing out. And that's the one thing our apostles and elders show us through humility, is that they're still figuring this out even at day level. They on whatever level they on, and they still got to figure it. When they advance to the next level, they going to start to figure it. That's part of life. Some of us are on the same platform playing the game together, and we got to figure this shit out. It ain't room for you to have a problem with a brother because of bullshit. The scriptures, Apostle Paul said that the Sabbath and the law judge not a man in certain things, because these are a shadow of things to come. Come on, man. If it's bullshit, let that bullshit go, man. Because if what you saying is you rather a brother not make it because of how you fucking feel, man. Imagine that, man. That'd be fucked up. If I would look. I'll be real with you. I look at a brother funny if that wasn't like. Let's say the Lord came to you, which He wouldn't, thankfully. But let's say the brother came to a brother. Let's say the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came to a brother and asked him, hey, you think such and such should be saved or should he be destroyed? And then you read the man's or offenses against the man. Yeah, he just be being him, and that shit just get on my nerves, Lord. And I think you should kill him. You be looking across the way at, yo, man. The next thing you know, you make that judgment call. Every other judge is gonna be against you, because that's off. That's off. We all are wrong. We all are in error. We all need Yahweh Shai. And I'm not going to get in the way of the Lord, of a man in his right to Yahweh Shai, because I don't like how tall he is, or I don't like how he talked, or I don't like that he made this decision, or I don't like that he decided to be with her, or I don't like that he decided that this is what he wanted to do with his own fucking life, man. Scriptures say meddle not in many affairs, man. See, a lot of this, man, you could tell in the spirit. I'm gonna say this in the spirit in closing. And it's more on the job of men like myself and men older than me, is a reminder. Man, we got to really push them same spirits and vibrations that the apostles and elders pushed on us when we were coming up in year 1, 2, and 3. All right. I'll never forget how the apostles and elders, especially Apostle Ricard. If you've ever spent some time with Apostle Ricard, you know this to be true. Because Apostle Ricard don't play that bullshit with men meddling in other men's lives and being worried about, you know, other men's affairs and who his woman and his, all of that bullshit, man. That shit is mad homo when you really understand the spirit behind it, man. If it's not a law, all right, and it's not a man offending according to the law, according to the word, yo, you got to check yourself, man. Because he could be wrong, and because he wrong and you so dedicated to proving yourself right, you just is wrong now. So now what? How should we judge you? And your ass is going to be looking for all the mercies because you want people to fucking hear you out, man. Be humble, be contrite. Understand we all are fucked up, man. We all are. We all are sinners. We all are dirty. We're all wicked in the comparison to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Men learn a few breakdowns. Learn a few breakdowns. Got a page with a few clicks on it, and you think that you just got it all figured out, man. Scriptures say that this wisdom that we have is all foolishness in the eyes of the Lord. Remember that. You men get caught up on trying to judge themselves according to the next man and forget, oh man, I'm not the mark. Apostle Tahar is not the mark. Apostle Ricard, Apostle Gabar, all the elders, all of us, none of us are the mark. Yahweh Shai is that mark. We're trying to prove ourselves to the Lord. You better remember that. I'm going to go ahead and close up here. So with that,